Strap in your seatbelts, folks, because this one is going to be a long one with a lot of noticing and back referencing. Which, by the way, to officially start this episode, turns out to be the team reviewing a past encounter and trying to find faults, which they all do except for Sparks. Oh, and Shiro, who points out it was his quick thinking that saved the day. You know, it's been a short while since we've seen arrogant Shiro, and Tari wanted the team to learn from their mistakes and to come up with a new move to use in battle. Everyone plans to, except for Shiro, who is still in pompous mode.
So you're really not gonna come up with a new move?
Hey, I've got enough moves, and they're working just fine.
Pause it right there! Look familiar? That is the Sunriders pose Shiro was imitating in the last episode and actually has been doing since the first episode. Looks like Shiro did get over the whole "your heroes are villains" thing from the last episode after all. Very good to know. Anyways, while Shiro is messing around in his room, he finds a hidden compartment with an extra monkey helmet and matching glove, making me assume that his room probably used to belong to somebody else. After trying it on, the glove sends a signal to a prison ship where the glove seems to have awakened some mummy thing and knocks out all the guards. We see it as a monkey who takes command with a matching glove. Skeleton King is happy to see this as well. Yeah, you can tell where this is going, but before we get there, we see the team practicing these new moves they use.
I call this my vertical razor chariot.
Very inventive. Sparks, what do you have?
Just a little something I call gyro roll.
Excellent maneuver, Sparks.
What can I say? I'm a hard act to follow.
Knuckle duster!
Woo.
Part of its effectiveness is the surprise.
So it would appear. Gibson?
Wait. Yes, I know there's a funny callback joke coming that needs the scene, but if you needed more proof on how versatile Gibson's weapon is in the series, from this brief x-ray we can see 7 different chambers in his drill. Not to mention the fact that it is a drill, so that's 8 uses. Anyways, Shiro shows the team his new discovery, which shocks the team. Here Antari gives us the lowdown on what we had already expected from the earlier scenes, and the title of the episode.
There was a 6th monkey.
6th monkey?
Perhaps now's the time to just show you. Mandarin was the first of the super robot monkeys created. By far the wisest, smartest, and strongest. He was our leader. Though our mission was to protect Sugazoom, Mandarin felt he was above serving as guardian. He wanted to rule. This we could not let happen. As a last resort, we exiled him to an off-world prison.
Now, before we proceed, there's something else I have to talk about here. Remember my prologue video?
Name's SPRX77.
I pointed out how since Sparks calls himself SPRX77, that by logic this means all the team members have some kind of serial number as well. And looking at their names, they all made sense to me. All except this new monkey. Mandarin is quite a hard name to reduce to 4 letters, even cheating with lead speak with the numbers at the end like I did with Antari. I don't know, maybe he did have one, but unlike the rest of the team, just called himself Mandarin because he's orange. Yes, this has nothing to do with the plot, but this show is called Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go in depth, not Super Robot Monkey Team Hyperforce Go brief summary. Anyways, yes, as we guessed, Mandarin comes in the prison ship and turns all the citizens of Sugazoom into slaves. The team tried to attack, but the robot gets dismantled. Shiro goes out to meet Mandarin face to face. Mandarin is shocked some boy knows the power of Primate, but does enough to take him down. The monkey team gets ready to face Mandarin, but Mandarin collars the team into submission as we get a cool evil monologue by Mandarin.
How I have dreamt of this moment. Countless fantasies played out in the black sleep of stasis. Always the same. The absolute annihilation of the monkey team. Sadly, our reunion must end. I have a city to conquer.
I think now is a good time to talk about the voice actor. Mandarin is voiced by James Hong. Hong, among many other roles in movies and TV sitcoms, is best known to animation fans as Mr. Ping, Poe's father in Kung Fu Panda, and
I do so appreciate it, Chang. Since you two were doing the break-in, I decided to cash in. I'm sick of selling to bad boys. I'm ready to be one.
Back to the episode, Mandarin decides to keep Chiro nearby as it seems Skeleton King made a deal with Mandarin for the monkey team. But for some reason, Mandarin decides to keep Chiro for himself. It is here we learn that Mandarin and Skeleton King aren't exactly on the same page as Mandarin tries to cut a deal with Chiro.
We have the power, Primate. We are meant for a greater purpose. You are angry, but you know I speak the truth. Why be their servant when you can rule them all?
Rule over Sugazoom?
Or would you rather the Skeleton King did?
Luke, you can destroy the Emperor. He has foreseen this. It is your destiny. Join me.
Yes, there are quite a few Star Wars references in the show too, and I can start a new counter, but I got the DC counter already going, and trust me, it's going to be getting quite a workout in later episodes. Anyways, Chiro is forced to choose between the lesser of two evils, becoming Mandarin's apprentice, while the team are trapped on their way to Skeleton King. Interestingly enough, the team have blind faith in Chiro saving them. All oddly enough except for Antari. For someone who has this persona of a wise Zen master for most of the series, it is good to see some sense of bad judgment and almost fear in Antari's thought process. Back on Sugazoom, Mandarin gets distracted by an argument with Skeleton King as both want Chiro for themselves. Chiro uses this opportunity to escape. Skeleton King offers help, but Mandarin, being steadfast, refuses. So instead, SK offers some formless as a gift. Chiro saves the team and Antari admits his mistakes.
Chiro, I had my doubts,
And I'd rather hang out with you guys than Mandarin. It's all learn with that guy.
Perhaps the time has come for us to do the teaching.
Mandarin awaits the team and is ready for a fight as we see these hyper-formless know all the moves of the team. So naturally you can see where this is going. The team use their new moves to take out the hyper-formless, including Antari, who actually shows off with his new move. However, Mandarin has a plan B.
Give up, Mandarin. You're outnumbered.
Am I? A little backdoor planted in the robot monkey operating system long ago. The big shutdown, I'm afraid.
In anger at the shutdown, Chiro blasts Mandarin out of the ship, and they fight for a short bit with Chiro getting the upper hand. Mandarin says Chiro is better than any human, which Chiro dismisses as false.
You're wrong.
Also, that shutdown tactic was apparently fixed long ago, and all Mandarin did was reboot their systems. Mandarin, almost in disappointment, tells Chiro that he is more than he knows, and uses him as a means to get away. The citizens are free and everything is great. Or is it?
You have a destiny. The time to fulfill it has come. Evil One, teach me, and I will learn.
This episode is awesome for many reasons, one of which being we are actually progressing the story here, as seen by the end of this episode. Mandarin is also a great character, being a sort of anti-evil compared to Skeleton King. Skeleton King wants Sugazoom destroyed. He is a figure of chaos and annihilation. Mandarin, on the other hand, is about power and control, seeking tyranny of Sugazoom and for the citizens to call him master. This could have been a great way to have a secondary villain working outside of Skeleton King for the team to face, but for reasons coming up, let's just say it doesn't exactly end up that way. We see that Chiro's loyalty to the team is strong, and that it is equally strong back in this episode. Again, oddly enough, except for Antari. And
He has
actually
witnesses
kind
that
of like
Mandarin
this.
can and will
See, while Antari is one of my favorite characters, up until now he has been very one-note as this wise sensei character and nothing more. The fact that Antari gets legitimately worried about what Mandarin can do to Chiro and that he knows that he has had a leader turn evil before in the past gives him some kind of much-needed depth, considering that everyone else in the show, except for maybe our main villain, has had this so far. Like I said, this one would be a long one. Tune in next time where we continue on with episode 7. Oh yeah, the callback joke I mentioned.
I have dubbed them biostatic energy amplification darts.
Oh, how about the spin shocker?
Spin shocker? Please, it's not a dance move. Biostatic energy
Gibson!
Oh, very well. Spin!